I believe that the time has come to make a few complaints about something. Welcome to, or back to my channel. It's Carly Blossom here. So today I will be talking about one of my favorite childhood shows throughout its years, and that is VeggieTales. So I am going to give you around 20 points, well I actually have 19 points, about how it started and what it's been like through the years and what it's been like currently in the 2010s. So my first point is VeggieTales starts in 1993 throughout 1990s and 2000s. I really enjoyed the 1990s and 2000s movies or videos. I would always watch them in church as a little kid, and in some of the other videos I would be okay with watching, but growing up I started to really like certain videos. And continuing at point 1, but goes downhill in 2010s, which brings me to the next point. DreamWorks buys Big Idea in 2012. Big Idea is controlled by DreamWorks. And then, about that, I've seen like a few of DreamWorks' Netflix series projects, and I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I could trust DreamWorks, but their theatrical movies are like really good, but Netflix series might not just be their strongest suit. Which brings me to the next point of what they did to VeggieTales. Crew is replaced by totally new crew, so you won't be seeing Kurt Heineck or Todd Carter or Lisa Vischer. You're gonna see like totally different people, like totally new voice actors like Tress MacNeille and Rob Paulson for the other characters that Phil and Mike didn't voice. Which brings me to the next point that says Phil and Mike only voiced characters that they voiced in the original series. And here's the thing. They were given no control over the creative content. They couldn't write the episode, they couldn't produce the episodes or direct it or anything. And I've got some info to kind of back me up on these points, which says Phil and Mike were given no control of the creative content of VeggieTales in the house and were only allowed to provide the characters' voices. And for the VeggieTales in the House 2014 release, that is my point 5. I have a lot of opinions about it, and they're not really good opinions. But I've only seen like a few episodes, and it only had a few humble moments, a few good moments, but overall it's really bad. And I'm going to talk about the designs. The characters have like irises now, they have eyebrows, and their appearances aren't just like a plain color. They're almost realistic. But they're still cartoonish. And what I'm a little upset about is point 7. Mr. Nezzer being replaced by Ickabeezer. I mean, Ickabeezer's fine, but DreamWorks did kind of give him like a stereotypical grumpy neighbor personality, and Mr. Nezzer wasn't really that. I saw him as a humble character, like the granddad type. He's kind of like my granddad. That's why I really liked him. And the new characters is point 8. So Ickabeezer is a new character. He resembles Mr. Nezzer, and I guess I could be okay with that. But I'm not gonna go through everything. I gotta watch out for my video storage. So, new characters include Motato, which is a new villain, Cauliflower, is a cauliflower. And DreamWorks introduced a bacon on the show. What exactly does a bacon have to do with fruits and veggies? So, I'm not going to go over everything. You can comment what I missed, and I will be glad to talk with you about it, by the way. So anyway, different personalities. The main characters' personalities were all like comedic, they were humble, and they meant well, but DreamWorks control and DreamWorks direction totally like almost ruined them. In VeggieTales in the House and the City, DreamWorks made them into childish, way too comedic. They're trying too hard to be funny, and needless to say, it's kind of immature. So the different voices, like I said, with crew being replaced by totally new crew and Phil and Mike only voicing the characters that they voiced in the original series, they were voiced by Tress MacNeille and Rob Paulson and other well-known voice actors. And I don't really, some of the voices don't really sit well with me. They're just not the same. They're just not exactly sit well with me. And the plots and the writings, I've actually watched a few episodes, and the theological teachings were really shallow. And they only kind of taught kids to behave morally. Which brings me to one of the later points that I'm going to talk about later. So about the plots and the writing, it's kind of some cliche storylines and what you see on like other DreamWorks or other cartoons. It's just kind of getting old. So VeggieTales in the City is number 12. I just watched the VeggieTales in the City theme song like an hour ago, like less than an hour ago, and I'm just gonna assume that it's kind of like VeggieTales in the House. Okay, so VeggieTales in the House got canceled. Let's just do VeggieTales in the City to keep the series going on. Like, yeah, they're probably gonna be the same. So later, after VeggieTales in the City gets canceled, here's the good part about VeggieTales. This is what is making me happy. Point 13 is fill in the deal with NBC, and NBC lets employees do content without DreamWorks. So the information that I have here. So NBC Universal buys DreamWorks, and NBC is letting their employees do the content without DreamWorks supervision. And another thing is point 14. TBN calls Phil, and they've been trying to buy Big Idea. In late 2018, Fisher revealed a phone call from the Trinity Broadcast Network, which is in talks to license VeggieTales from NBC Universal in order to create a new reboot. TBN, who had been trying to buy VeggieTales for nearly a decade, asked if he would be interested in reprising the voice of Bob the Tomato for the reboot. Fisher said that he wasn't interested in being part of the new reboot unless he had a role in shaping the creative and educational content for the show, unlike DreamWorks, which he was only allowed to voice Bob. And where was I? As a result, NBC Universal and TBN allowed him to view an early draft of the pilot. Fisher was encouraged by the fact that the early draft of the pilot reflected the heart of the classic episodes from the original series. That's really good. And instead of VeggieTales in the House and VeggieTales in the City. So they're probably going to be bringing. So I'm thinking, yes, they will bring back the original designs, because it's actually confirmed. In April 2019, I watched the VeggieTales show trailer, and they actually brought back the original designs. It had the original feel in it. So Phil and Mike now get major roles in the productions. They are now like executive producers. They can write the series. They can write the scripts, and they can still voice their characters. And they're bringing back the original crew. Uh, so, the information says, although VeggieTales in the House was critically successful and was nominated for several Emmy Awards, fans of the original series were disappointed by VeggieTales in the House for their redesigns, their shallow theological teachings, and the babyish feel. It's just So when you see the trailer, it says they brought back the original character designs. They brought back many members of the creative team. Kurt Heineck and Todd Carter, and Lisa Vischer is coming back as Junior, which is awesome, after a 5-year hiatus to reprise the role. So, my next point is Phil's thoughts about the morals he gave. Phil Vischer revealed some of his regrets about the original series. He felt like he only taught the kids to behave morally, instead of also teaching them about Christianity. So they released The Best Christmas Gift, and they talked about Jesus' birth. And also it says, with this being said, Vischer has made the VeggieTales show to go more theologically in depth than the previous few series. It will teach the tenets of Christianity rather than just teaching the kids to behave morally. Vischer also won't be returning as the voice of Mr. Nezer. That gives me the thoughts about the DreamWorks policy that if the character is a certain ethnicity, the person with the same ethnicity voices that character. Vischer won't also be returning as the voice of Mr. Nezer, as it was announced in late September 2019 that Tyler Perry's David Mann will be the voice of the new character. I'm going to give David Mann a try. He seems really nice. He seems like a great actor, so I'm totally gonna give him a try. I have heard his voice before, but I'm gonna watch the whole episode. Like, I'm gonna buy the episode I really wanted for Christmas. Hey, even 17-year-olds can enjoy VeggieTales. Just don't watch the Netflix series, because that seems like specifically aimed at little kids. And then my last point is The Best Christmas Gift. I have seen a few clips of The Best Christmas Gift, and it just makes me really happy because the original voices are back, and they have this new plot about doing like plays and stories in a theater, and I really liked that. Here, due to the high number of iTunes digital downloads for the pilot, The Best Christmas Gift, as well as a large amount of DVDs sold in the first 2 weeks of its release, TBN ordered an additional 8 episodes for the season 1 on November 1st, 2019. That was my 17th birthday. This would bring the total number of episodes for the season from 18 to 26. A lot more original feel. 26 episodes. I'm going to get a lot more original feels. I'm really excited. So The Best Christmas Gift talks about the birth of Jesus, genuinely a way to start the show. And I also read that they're going to be doing like a 8 or 9 episode series on the fruits of the Spirit. That is also really good. I can't wait to see what that's like. So yeah, I really can't wait to learn more about the VeggieTales show, and I'm really happy to share to you my opinions about the evolution of what VeggieTales was like. So thank you so much for watching this video. Yes, as usual, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. I really want to know. Carly Blossom out.